Hello everyone, it's The Guardian's Peter Bradshaw here, serving up another tasty and nutritious vlog from the air fryer of critical thought. And please, don't neglect to slap that subscribe button and type out a comment. One of the great creative bromances has flowered again. Paul Thomas Anderson and Thomas Pynchon. Having adapted Pynchon's novel Inherent Vice for the screen in 2014, Anderson has now, in one battle after another, taken a freer rein with his novel Vineland, creating a bizarre action thriller driven by pulpy comic book energy and transformed political indignation, keeping his pedal at all times welded to the metal. It's a riff on the now recognisable Anderson-Pynchonian idea of counterculture and counter-revolution, absorbing the paranoid style of American politics into a screwball farcical resistance with a jolting, jangling, nerve-shredding score by Johnny Greenwood, partly a freaky Freudian diagnosis of father-daughter dysfunction, juxtaposed with the separation of migrant children and parents at the US-Mexico border, and a very relevant response to America's secretive ruling class and its insidious normalised ICE roundups, the toxic new Vichyite Trump enthusiasm. Pynchon imagined a 60s subversion having its contested sequel in the Reaganite 80s. Anderson brings the 16-year gap between these two eras into the present day, although there isn't the same cultural distinction between what are evidently the last days of Obama and the contemporary Trump pomp. Specific references like MAGA and BLM aren't mentioned. Leonardo DiCaprio is Bob, a dishevelled revolutionary who is to become even more dishevelled in the future, when he will do a great deal of panicky running through the streets wearing his dressing gown, whining that he has nowhere to charge his phone. Bob is part of a heavily armed activist cell who attack migrant holding prisons on the Mexican border. Bob's humble job is to set off fireworks as a diversionary/celebratory tactic, and he's less important than his comrades like badass Deandra, played by Regina Hall, and Cerebral Howard, played in cameo by the composer and Yale academic Paul Grimstad.
What I'm doing here is I'm creating a closed circuit. Very important to keep your cap shunted like this so you don't accidentally detonate your charge.
Don't stop. I want you to create a show. This is an announcement of revolution. The message is clear.
I'll be seeing you very soon.
Not if I see you first.
Bob is passionately devoted to his partner and charismatic comrade, interestingly named Perfidia, played by Teyana Taylor. And Bob is not the only one. When the group attacks the military compound, Perfidia captures and humiliates the aggressively reactionary Colonel Stephen Lockjaw, played by Sean Penn, with all manner of lizardly, head-jerking, chin-jutting geezer mannerisms, who clearly derives sexual excitement from the whole business, and his creepy, cartoony unwholesomeness is another of the film's driving forces. With the cold calculation of a born leader, Perfidia sees how she can toy with Colonel Lockjaw's infatuation, using him to control and divert military opposition. Does she take it too far? Does the idea of taking things too far have any meaning in this context? Anderson's image of her deafeningly firing an assault rifle while in the 9th month of her pregnancy is one of the film's most amazing images. But it is poor, befuddled Bob's destiny to bring up a daughter he thinks is his as a single dad. 16-year-old Willa, played by Chase Infinity, is as smart and focused as her mum, instructed in martial arts by her sensei, played by Benicio del Toro, while Bob just gets more and more messed up on drugs and booze all day, watching Pontecorvo's The Battle of Algiers on TV, grumpily refusing to remember her friend group's preferred pronouns. But the forces of darkness encircle them once more. And when his old revolutionary friends re-emerge, finally, to contact him, Bob realises his brain is too fried to remember the all-important code words on the phone. As for Willa, she's now stuck with troubled thoughts about her mother and a mortifying question concerning Bob and Lockjaw, like the heroine of Mamma Mia the movie.
What's up, homie? It's me again, Bob Ferguson. I don't know if you remember, but we spoke earlier on the phone. I think we had a little misunderstanding. I think we got off on the wrong foot. I was trying to get the rendezvous point for my daughter,
right.
Willa.
If you can't answer what time is it, I cannot give you the rendezvous point. This is a key tenet of the rebellion. I'm surprised you can't name it. I don't know if you are who you say you are.
Okay, Well, look, maybe I can give you some information, and then you give me some information, all right? We'll just share a little information. My name is Bob Ferguson. I don't know if you've ever heard of me, all right? I was part of French 75 for years and years, all right? They used to call me Ghetto Pat, Rocket Man, stuff like that. Only problem is I fried my brain since then, man. I have abused drugs and alcohol for the past 30 years, man. I'm a drug and alcohol lover, and I cannot remember for the life of me or the life of my only child the answer to your question, what time is it?
8:15.
Now, I need this rendezvous point. You understand what I'm saying? I need it.
I understand. And the question is...
One battle after another is at once serious and unserious, exciting and baffling, a tonal fusion sending that crazy fizz across the VistaVision screen. An acquired taste, yes, but addictive. The title itself hints at the unending culture war, presented as a crazily extreme action movie with superbly managed car chases and a final dreamlike and hypnotic succession of 3 automobiles through the undulating hills. And the central paternity crisis triangle, is that an image for an ownership dispute around the American melting pot dream? Maybe. These ideas are very unfashionable in the United States right now, which only makes the film more interesting. It's about dissent and discontent and the lonely heroism of not fitting in. That's it. Please give this vlog a like and a share on your socials. Please subscribe and leave a comment. And please, I want you all to join hands right now and say, yes, I do support cultural values. Yes, I am someone who endorses human aspiration. Yes, I will buy Peter Bradshaw's collection of short fiction, The Body in the Mobile Library, and other stories. Details given below. See you next time.